Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and today I have another video where I'm basically updating you all on the moves that I'm making in the market. That includes the stocks that I'm selling, which doesn't normally happen a lot, but I did just recently sell about $32,000 in VOO stock. I finally decided that I wanted to redistribute my investments and sort of like optimize them to where I can make the most money possible in this taxable account. And of course, VOO is that typical safer diversified stock that a lot of people are attracted to. However, I would much rather have a stock like that, like the index style fund stocks, like those safer kind of stocks. I would much rather have those in my Roth IRA. And a Roth IRA, by the way, is just a retirement account that you can put a maximum of $6,000 into every single year. And then after you're over the age of 59 and a half, you can finally withdraw all of that money with the compound interest and pay no taxes on it whatsoever. So in my opinion, if you're investing, the first thing you need to do is start out with your Roth IRA account and max it out, because you want to take advantage of those tax advantage accounts way more than your public account. Because with your public account, you're either holding on to a stock for longer than a year and you simply pay capital gains taxes, which is simply just 20% across the board, or if you hold a stock for less than a year and sell it and make profit, then you have to pay your normal tax rate according to whatever bracket you're in. But anyways, I just decided that I would sell VOO because I thought, okay, with this Robinhood taxable account, with me being taxed and everything like that, I want to make sure that I'm maximizing my growth potential, and especially with my portfolio. As you can see with stocks that I have like Microsoft, Tesla, Apple, every single one of these stocks are aimed to get me more than 10% every year, which is what you would get with VOO on average. You get about 10% growth per year. However, you have stocks like these that have the opportunity to do so much better. For example, Apple in the past year is up 77.42%. Tesla over the past year is up 320.47%. And then, of course, Microsoft, the slow and steady, one of my favorites out there for consistency, is up 45.44%. So basically, that's just a rundown of what I did. I mean, if you want to watch the whole explanation on it and my logic and thinking for that sell of $32,000 in stock, then I would definitely recommend checking out my video yesterday on the whole topic. I basically broke every aspect of it down and tried to explain my logic and thinking to the best of my abilities. But also, by the way, if you do enjoy these update videos where I basically be transparent and tell you what moves that I'm making in the market, what I'm purchasing, what I'm selling, then please make sure to drop a like on the video. Make sure to smash that like button. It really does help me out. And also, if you're new here or simply just learning about investing, or you started Robinhood, definitely feel free to subscribe. I do videos like this all the time. I try to upload at least one video per day, and I've been trying to be more consistent lately. So definitely subscribe if you're new here. I do have a goal where if we reach 100,000 subscribers, I will buy a Tesla Cybertruck. That's an absolute promise. But anyways, as you can see today is currently Saturday, May 23rd. The market's not running. The market is not going to be running tomorrow or Monday as well, because we have Memorial Day. But anyways, I recently just spent about $12,120 on this stock. Just to be simple, we'll say 12,000. But I spent it on Microsoft stock. As you know, I got the extra 12,000, the funds from selling VOO. I got about 32,000 in total from selling VOO. So I'm sitting on about $15,700 in cash. But as you can see right here with Microsoft, I'll show you my purchase history, the breakdown of the prices that I purchased at. I basically just wanted to get right back into the market. I know that the share value and the share prices are fairly high right now. It's pretty much all-time highs if you look at the all-time chart. So it's not like I'm buying Microsoft at a good deal. And before I jump into my logic around this purchase in the future, I'll just go ahead and show the breakdown of my various purchases that I made. So we had the typical $185 purchase, $183 purchase. I've already covered those two in a video. And then here's where my big purchases started on May 22nd, I believe. Yeah, that was yesterday. So we made a $4,037 purchase, which consisted of 22 shares at a share price of $183.50. And then next up, we made an even larger purchase at $6,000.68 for 33 shares at a price of $183.90. And then, of course, finally, we made one more smaller purchase at $2,016 for 11 shares at $183.29. So in total, we paid about $183 to $184 for every one of these shares, for every one of these $12,000 invested in shares. So not too bad in my opinion. I think Microsoft will obviously do way better than $183 in the future. It may take a little bit of time. A lot of that uncertainty simply depends on whether we actually have a crash coming up soon. There's a lot of controversy between the bears and the bulls as to whether the Fed can keep pumping the market up enough for the market to regain some traction and become a little bit more steady. And then there's also the side that is saying that the Fed can't save us, that eventually it's going to catch up with us and it's going to be terrible. So I have to make an example out of this. Although I did buy a lot of Microsoft, I also have a lot in cash right now as well, waiting on a potential opportunity to purchase stocks at a better deal. So whether we have another stock market crash in the future or whether it's just simply a red day, I'm hoping to swoop in and get some shares at a better deal than 183. Even at 177, I'd probably purchase a decent amount. And then of course I'm looking for a buying opportunity on Tesla as well, because I think even at right now with these current prices, although they are fairly high, especially for Tesla, I think it's still a fair value given everything that Tesla is working on and everything that they plan on doing in the future as well. There's so much potential with this company, and a lot of speculation is factored in with their stock price, but I think they do deserve that because Tesla actually does what they say they're going to do, and that is a huge aspect of a company that I really find value in. But back on to Microsoft, that's the topic of today. As you can see, it says they focus on the development and support of software, services, devices, and solutions. And then it operates through these business segments known as productivity, business processes, intelligent cloud, more personal computing, and other aspects like that. It basically expands on it just a little bit further, and the head people supporting the company as well. But then you also have the other aspects like personal computers, tablets, video game and entertainment console accessories, intelligent devices. So it mentions that as well. Not only, when you have Microsoft, not only do you think about the operating system, you have the Bing search engine, which is kind of like Google, but it's just like the alternative that's, in my opinion, a little bit of failure. I do like the pictures that they show up with the search engine, but Google will always be the search engine that I go to. You also have the Xbox brand consoles, and I have to admit that Microsoft is kind of at a disadvantage in the console war right now. PlayStation is just doing things way, way better, and I have to admit that as an investor in Microsoft. Obviously, I love the stock and I love the company, but when it comes to consoles, PlayStation is doing it so much better right now. But that's another thing that you have to realize, that a lot of the value with Microsoft isn't really focused on the game consoles. Obviously, a little bit of the stock price is factored in with that, but also, in my opinion, the majority of Microsoft focuses on like the cloud computing aspect, coding, Azure, and there's a lot of value in the business aspects associated with Microsoft. So aside from that, we need to look at some other statistics and basically things that we can see on this webpage right here that exemplify why my position is so heavy in the stock. For example, I didn't even really mention this. My average cost has gone up a little bit. It was actually down at like 160 at one point, but we own 179 shares. Portfolio diversity is about 42%. On my phone, it says 50%, so I don't know why it's different between desktop and phone. So far, the total return is 7.78% or $2,370. The 7.78% was actually much higher. It was actually at like 12%, but where I reinvested so much money into Microsoft recently, of course, the percentage has to decrease a little bit since I'm adding more shares into the mix right here. And then as you can see, my equity is about $33,000. So I have a lot of money into this stock. And if you look at their market cap, it's a $1.39 trillion market cap. Absolutely insane. Founded in 1975, and as you can see, their business practices are very consistent for the past 5 years. And we'll get back onto that chart in just a second. But if you look at the fair value rating, for one thing, this is something that you don't really see a lot right now on Robinhood, unless you were looking at the major stocks affected like airlines and stuff like that. This stock is actually under fair value, and it's actually a decent amount under fair value. It's at $183.55 right now, and fair value is $196. So regardless, even in these inflated market times where the market doesn't seem like it's realistically reacting to our environment, you still have stocks like Microsoft that are technically undervalued according to the analysts. And a lot of the times, these analysts will actually give a stock a lower value than it should have. So the fair value on a lot of these stocks that you can see are actually lower than what they should be, in my opinion. So this means that Microsoft is just at an even better deal right now than people realize, in my opinion. And then, of course, if you look at the consistency in their earnings estimates as well. Every single time that you see on this chart that there was an earnings estimate, the actual earnings beat that. So that is a huge aspect that people need to take into consideration as well. That is why their chart is so consistent, because they are able to beat earnings estimates pretty much every time. If you look at the 5-year chart right here, this is absolutely insane. You don't see this sort of consistency among many other stocks out there. That's why this is one of the few stocks that I've chosen to invest in, because it has such consistency. It has a great business model. For another thing, it provides dividends as well. As you can see, I have a dividend upcoming for owning 113 shares of Microsoft, 51 cents per share that I get every single quarter, and that equals to $57.63 in gains. So Microsoft is doing a lot for me in terms of gaining me a solid amount of revenue every single year. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. I'm aiming for a 40 to 50% gain with Microsoft every year. That is wishful thinking, however. I would be happy with anything over 20%. But there are just so many aspects of this company that I find a lot of value in. For one example, I know we were talking about Tesla earlier, Tesla stock, and how it's one of my favorites out there right now. I do think it's a little bit risky and speculative. However, I think that they are also one of the best businesses out there that know how to expedite processes, streamline processes, and do what they say they are going to do. But this relates to Microsoft because if you like Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, he is also a head person at a company called OpenAI. And I'll just look it up on Google just to show you what I'm talking about. As you can see right here, it says OpenAI is an artificial intelligence company. It's an artificial intelligence research laboratory consisting of the for-profit corporation OpenAI LP and its parent organization, the nonprofit OpenAI Incorporated. And then as you can see is here, started in 2015, and one of the founders, of course, is Elon Musk. So anything that Elon Musk is involved in, I'm a big fan of. And the reason all of this relates back to Microsoft is because Microsoft recently invested into OpenAI. In 2019, they invested $1 billion into OpenAI, and in my opinion, I think AI is the absolute future. In my opinion, AI is going to be what the internet and computers were like in 2000. It's going to be huge, and the people that are ahead right now, the people that are training neural nets and helping distribute data to AI to train it to get better and perform better, those people that are currently working on it, and especially at OpenAI, I think those are going to be one of the first people to break through on this new technology, aside from maybe Tesla with their full self-driving software and then a few other companies as well. I do think that OpenAI will be one of the first companies to sort of expedite the process of training the neural net and just simply be farther ahead of the majority of companies out there. One of the main goals of OpenAI is to democratize AI to where they basically want the power of AI to be distributed evenly throughout everyone in the world. So basically AI can be kind of scary if it does go down the wrong path and one bad company or one bad person is able to take advantage of all of its power to pretty much rule over everyone else and put everyone else at a disadvantage, because the AI is just going to be simply so much smarter than anyone else or any of their technology if that one bad company has a huge advantage in research and development of it. So OpenAI is kind of like the superhero type move where they're trying to be one of the first people to successfully develop it and improve it greatly. So with them being one of the first people to do it, so that means they will be pretty much in the control position, which will really help out everyone overall, because it's much better to have a company that is doing something for good rather than for bad. So if you have a good company that is actually trying to help people, I would much rather them have the control over AI and the advancement of AI compared to someone that is going to use it for bad things against humanity. So that's another huge aspect of Microsoft simply thinking farther into the future. For one thing, it's kind of cool if you would like to invest in OpenAI, because OpenAI doesn't have a stock or an IPO available out there. So this is kind of like a way of second-hand investing or third-hand investing where you can invest in Microsoft, and Microsoft of course has a piece of OpenAI, so that is attached to its value there. But anyways, I just wanted to share my thoughts and opinions about Microsoft stock and simply share the moves that I'm making in the market. As I always say in these videos, nothing that I say is to be considered financial advice. It is simply me just sharing my thoughts and opinions about the market, the moves that I'm making and stuff like that. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like I said earlier, if you did, make sure to smash the like button. And if you would like to begin investing, feel free to use my referral links to Robinhood and Webull down in the description below. If you sign up with those links, then we'll both get some free stocks, which is pretty awesome. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Stay safe out there.